Howdy, folks. This is Alan into today's news. What I'm going to be talking about today is man accused of making Lockerbie bomb is in U.S. custody, authorities say. Vaping settlement by Juul is said to total $1.7 billion. Arizona Governor Ducey stacks containers on border at terms end. Physicist says the laws of physics don't actually exist. Walmart detained customers trying to buy items marked as 3 cents. Elon Musk, Twitter, files tweets revealed a major problem, but not with Twitter. Police departments are not going to give up on killer robots. Philadelphia mayor disappointed court order removal of box covering Christopher Columbus statue. And stay tuned. Okay, this is from the Washington Post. Man accused of making Lockerbie bomb is in U.S. custody, authorities say. A man accused of making a bomb that killed hundreds of people aboard a plane over Lockerbie, Scotland, is in U.S. custody, Scottish authorities said Sunday. Abu Gila whatever, is accused of making a bomb that destroyed a Pan Am plane on December 21st, 1988, killing all 259 people aboard the Boeing 747, 11 people on the ground. This is a developing story that will be updated, it says. Okay, here we got, this is from the New York Times. Vaping settlement by Juul is said to total $1.7 billion. Juul Labs has agreed to pay $1.7 billion to settle more than 5,000 lawsuits by school districts, local governments, and individuals who claim that its e-cigarettes were more addictive than advertised, according to people with knowledge of the deal. The amount of the deal, which involves a constellation of cases centered in Northern California, is more than 3 times the sum reported for other Juul settlements in other states and local cases thus far. The settlement amount was reported earlier by the Wall Street Journal. In September, the company agreed to pay $438.5 million to settle a multi-state investigation into whether the company had targeted young people. States investigating the company Bristol ads featuring young models and fruit and dessert flavors that appealed to adolescents. The resulting settlement restricted Juul from aiming marketing of its product at young people. Full terms of the settlement reached earlier this week have not been disclosed, but Juul has repeatedly denied targeting minors and has not admitted wrongdoing and reaching other agreements with plaintiffs. Juul continues to sell its product in the United States while awaiting a decision by the Food and Drug Administration, which regulates e-cigarettes. In June, the agency denied the company's application to allow its vapes and pods to remain on the market. Juul went to court and received a temporary reprieve. The FDA then puts its decision on hold for further reviews, which is continuing. The new settlement does not put an end to claims against Ultra, which own a 35% stake in Juul, according to lawyers for the plaintiffs. The agreement does not offer funds immediately, but will open up a claims process for the 10,000 plaintiffs to apply for distribution of the funds. Yeah, we know how that goes. Every time they have a lawsuit, a settlement, yeah, I have seen checks like $1. $5. It's just a bunch of bull crap, actually. Just, in my words. See what we got here. This is from the Associated Press. Arizona Governor Ducey stacks containers on border at turns in. I wonder who's going to replace them. Work crews have steadily erected hundreds of double-stacked shipping containers topped by razor wire along Arizona's remote eastern border with Mexico in a bold show of border enforcement by Republican Governor Doug Ducey, even as he prepares to leave office. Good for him. Proud of him. Until protesters slowed, then largely halted the work in recent days, Ducey pressed forward over the objection of the U.S. government, environmentalists, and an incoming governor who has called it a poor use of resources. No, I think it's a good idea. Oh, it's a Democrat. That's why. Democratic Governor-elect Katie Hobbs said last week she was looking at all the options and haven't decided what to do about the containers. After her January 5th inauguration, she previously suggested that containers be repurposed as affordable housing, an increasingly popular option for homeless and low-income people. I don't know how much it will cost to remove the containers and what the cost will be, Hobbs told Phoenix PBS TV station KAET in an interview Wednesday. Federal agencies have told Arizona the construction of U.S. land is unlawful and ordered it to halt. Ducey responded October 21st by suing federal officials over their objections, sending the dispute into court. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. The link be down below there. Yeah. Okay, we got right here Galaxy Brain. What's the title? Physicists say the laws of physics don't actually exist. This is from Futurism. The majority of physics live under the assumption of a strict and immutable set of laws that govern the universe, but not all. What we often call laws of physics are really just constant mathematical theories that seem to match some parts of nature. Theoretical physics writes in the beginning of a must-read new column in New Scientist column. These laws of physics are meant to describe our shared reality, even if they evolve as our empirical knowledge of the universe improves. Here's the thing, Sarma continues, despite many scientists viewing their role as uncovering their ultimate laws, I just don't believe they exist. Prior to Albert Einstein's groundbreaking, the ultimately unfinished attempts to create a theory of everything, and all the leaps and fields like quantum mechanics that follow. The physics argues. Such as assertion wouldn't have seemed outlandish. Indeed, Samara says he finds it amazing that humans can make sense of some aspects of this universe through the laws of physics at all. As we discover more about nature, we can hone our description of it, but it is never ending, he writes. Like peeling the infinite onion, the more we peel, the more there is to peel. Multi-universe madness, pointing to the concept of the multi-universe, or an infinite number of universes. Some are pounders. How humans could have such hubris as to imagine that the apparent rules that seem to govern the reality would apply to every universe. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. There'll be a link, like always. And see what else we got here now. Walmart detains customer trying to buy items marked as 3 cents. Walmart shoppers are arrested or detained. Oh, it's the shoppers, not shopper. Walmart shoppers were arrested or detained for trying to buy clothes that have been marked down to an incredibly low price. After employees had marked unsold clothes down to 3 cents, they were told to not honor the new prices. Now, that should be against the law. If the store marked it down, no matter mistake or not, they should sell it for that price. TikTok creator posted a video explaining details about why this is happening, and it's honestly sad. And let me click on this here. See if I can get that video for you from that TikToker. It's not. This article says, oh, here it is.
Here's exactly what's going on with Walmart and why people are getting arrested or like detained for trying to buy clothes. Walmart, like other stores, have a system where when something goes out of season, they try to mark it down on clearance. So it'll go like 50%, 70% off, 90% off. And then usually once it hits 90% off, it's so cheap that people like clear the racks. And then once the racks are cleared, they replace them with whatever is now in the new season. And that's what happened with Walmart's summer clothes. They went down to 90% off. The only difference is that people were not clearing the racks. It's been months now of me seeing shirts and pants for $1 and no one buying them. So the system went from 90% off to 3 cents. All of these clothes were 3 cents. This started a couple days ago. People like me were sharing it on social media because my job is literally to help people save money. I make videos on how to help save money. And so if you tell me something is 3 cents, you better believe I'm about to tell everybody. And this isn't new. Back in August, I've made a video about how I found 3-cent hand soap. In the past, there's also been 3-cent video games. The only difference is whenever you went to go find the hand soap or the video games, like, you would only find a few. You wouldn't find a whole bunch. But there were so many summer clothes that, like, literally one of the stores I have, I could have probably filled, like, 4 or 5 carts with just clothes that were 3 cents. It probably would have cost me, like, $10. Because Walmart has so much left over, they had corporate tell all the stores, don't sell these items, we're going to donate them. Anytime the employees see people trying to buy these clothes, they're stopping them and saying, you can't buy these. There are people who are arguing with the cashiers and the managers, and that is what is bringing it to this situation. Now, my assumption is that they're donating it so they're not getting as big of a loss from all these clothes. I personally think it's stupid that they're fighting with people in the store. Like, why not just tell your employees, put everything in the back, and whatever slips through, whatever sales slip through, like, take the L, Walmart, just take the L. This is also exactly why I tell people not to fight with cashiers or managers or whatever. Like, if they argue with you, just walk out. Just walk out, because this is the type of crap that happens.
That's a shame, you know. Instead of selling 3 cents, they're going to donate them because they actually want a tax break. They're going to write it off of their taxes, you know. That way they'll get more money back. Walmart is all about making money, you know. That's why they underpay employees. They overwork employees. During the holidays, they lay employees off and work the night shift overtime, you know. It just don't make sense. Walmart needs to close shop, actually, in my books. We need to get rid of Walmart, bring the mom and pop shop back. Anyway, you can read the rest of this. It'll be in my description box, both article with the TikTok. And see what else we got here. Elon Musk, Twitter files tweets revealed a major problem, but not with tweeters. Since the takeover of Twitter, Elon Musk has insisted over and over again that one of his major goals for the massive social media platform is to protect free speech on the site. It's a noble aspiration. The problem is that his behavior increasingly suggests either that he has no idea what that means, or even worse, he does, and he's just not being honest. Either way, Musk and those who have somehow been persuaded that he knows what he's talking about could use a crash course in what does and doesn't violate the First Amendment. This article is from MSNBC, by the way. Let's start with the so-called Twitter files. Thursday, we got a second installment of the files courtesy of Barry Weiss. Last week, Musk, together with Matt Taibbi, released the first installment, a trove of documents supposedly demonstrating that Twitter had inappropriately suppressed material relating to Hunter Biden's laptop in the run-up to the 2020 presidential election at the request of the individual associate with the Biden campaign. See, Biden campaign, Biden department suppressed the disinformation, the truth, trying to hide it about his son. You know, it's all coming out. It all came out already. His son's in trouble. And Biden's going to be in trouble too. In his own tweets reacting to Taibbi's thread, Musk made two claims about the First Amendment. First, he wrote that Twitter acting on itself to suppress free speech is not a First Amendment violation, but acting under orders from the government to suppress free speech with no juridical reveal is second in response to another tweet about one of Taibbi's supposed bombshells. Musk theoretically asked, if this isn't a violation of the Constitution First Amendment, what is it? In both cases, Musk claimed that the Biden campaign request to have tweets taken down constituted not just a violation of the First Amendment, but one in every possible respect. Musk is dead wrong. I don't know. The government shouldn't tell you to take anything down. Maybe China, Russia, Rocket Man country, but here's one from something called Slate. Police departments are not going to give up on killer robots. Over the past couple of weeks, many were shocked to learn that the police in San Francisco wanted to use lethal armed robots. But the real surprise is that the proposal took so long. After all, 6 years ago, the police in Dallas used a lethal armed robot to kill a barricade sniper who had fatally shot 5 officers. The Dallas police generally received praise for their decision, even as it drew concerns about a new police tactic deployed without any prior guidelines in place. Even if San Francisco ultimately decides to shelve its approval of lethal armed police robots, that won't end the matter. But the San Francisco Police Department killer robot has accomplished something. It's forcing us to confront uncomfortable questions about the future of police and technology. And these questions need answers. The proposal in San Francisco to arm police robots with deadly force was raised, ironically enough, to contrast of a statewide police accountability measure. A new California law, AB 481, went into effect in May and required law enforcement agencies in the state to inventory what military-grade equipment they possess. That equipment can only be used, if at all, pursuant to policies that have been approved by local governments and public meetings. In other words, AB 481 imposed local democratic bureaucratic control over the police use of tools like mine-resistant ambush protective vehicles, sound cannons, microwave weapons, battering rams, and robots. Yeah, you'll probably be seeing a lot of protests in this stuff there when it happens. Trying to think of that one movie about that police robot. It's going to happen, but let's see what else we got here. Okay, that'll be the last one I'm going to read to you. This is from NBC News. Philadelphia mayor disappointed at court order removal of box covering Christopher Columbus statue. Philadelphia mayor said he is disappointed that a court ordered the city to remove a plywood box covering a statue of Christopher Columbus. A spokesperson for Jim Kenney said the office believes the statue should be removed from Marconi Plaza, noting that it has been a source of talks around in the city. It is covered by a large box that a district city council member requested be painted green, white, and red to mirror the Italian flag. We are continuing to review the court's latest ruling and are working to comply with the court's order, including unboxing the mayor's office, as said in a statement Saturday. Judge Mary Hannah Leavitt handed down her ruling on Friday, telling the city that if it disagrees with the statute's message, it can add a plaque that is more in line with the message the city wishes to convey, court documents state. And you can read the rest of this in my description box. Anyway, my say on this, why remove history? It doesn't matter. It's history. That is the U.S. history. Trying to tear down these statues because of slavery and stuff, it's history. I'll remind people of slavery, because that is part of history. It's not a proud history, but it's part of history. Okay, so don't forget this is the end of my broadcast here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, make a comment. And until next time, have a good day.